I'd say it's a rookie mistake that there was no audio, but we're, 13 games in, 14 games in. No, that was me with the mute button on the whole time, so thanks for just watching and not listening. I felt like I was having my best game of the year as a play-by-play guy, but I was really just talking to myself. If you can't tell what's happened, it's 2-0 Chaska Chanhassen, just about 2 minutes left in the first period. I'll give you a recap after the first period. That's really unfortunate by me. And that's the third time the horn has gone off. Totally inadvertently. Nothing happens. The horn just goes. Bear Nelson's dad, Mike Nelson, at the controls. He's not touching anything, and then the horn just sounds. I'm going to look at I'm going to turn it off and turn it back on. Probably what I should have thought about doing with my no sound problem. So 1:45 to go. I'm all flustered all of a sudden. I can't even blame it on a pregame safety meeting because I did not attend the pregame safety meeting. So that's not the reason. There's a chance almost by Lund to skate in, but just offsides was Hubbard. So apologies there. Again, 2-0 Chaska Chanhassen with the lead. Stormhawks entering the game with an 11-3-0 record. And a 7-1-0 record in league play for currently in fourth place. They just suffered their first loss in league play to Edina White a couple nights ago. Meanwhile, Minnetonka 12th in the league with a 2-5-0 record. And both of these teams have faced off twice against each other. Chaska Chanhassen with 2 wins. Here's a chance coming the other direction for Minnetonka. I think this is their leading scorer. One of their leading scorers has it taken off his stick right to another leading scorer. And that's knocked away. 1 minute to play in the first period. Number 16 and number 9 for the Skippers, both with 8 points on the year. Long shot, blocker save by O'Connell. Now around to the near corner. It'll be Perry to jump on the puck. Try to get it ahead to Severson. That's taken away. And then it took a weird bounce to Perry. He'll skate up with 41 seconds to play. Team-man Severson has Lund trailing. Perry steps around a check, gets it in deep. Now a bouncing puck. Annis can't quite get on it. Nice play by number 16. Then a nice outlet pass. They'll get it into the zone. Fluttering puck stopped by Worthington. He'll touch it behind. It will be Lund first on it. And we got an interference call coming. Kurt's going to go for interference, his first penalty of the year, as he got in the way of one of the forecheckers. Kind of a soft call, but by the book, I guess. So first power play of the game, went up for 1:30. That's not right. He did, but almost on call. I got 2 penalties up there, but only one is going to matter. Long shot, tipped and goes high. And it's played with a high stick. The shot that was tipped was a high stick, and then Minnetonka with the first touch of the puck after that, and that's why the faceoff will come all the way down with 19.1 to go. So yeah, Kurt interfered with a skipper forechecker. Normally something you don't see called a lot. Face-off 1 back to Lund. His shot low, doesn't get its way through, then dumped all the way down for an icing. So she just let the clock run. That's fine. Let it run. I think that official there thought it was a power play for the other team. And that's why he didn't blow it for icing. All right, so 2-0 after 1, Stormhawks with the lead. Game started the first several minutes, and actually first halfway through the period, we were scoreless until an intercepted pass by Severson near the top of the skipper zone, and then made a nice pass through a little bit of traffic to feed Dylan Olson all alone in front, and he just one times it swipes it through the legs of the goalie for his 10th of the season. Then I believe a shot that by Robinson that got on net bounces its way to Braden O'Connell, the rebound, and he just pushes it across the top of the crease to Matthew Tyler, who dumps it in the open net for his 6th of the season to make it 2-0. I'll repeat what I said before that you didn't hear, but Stormhawks coming off their first loss a couple nights ago at Braemar Arena to Edina White, and won't be in action again until next Friday at Woodbury Royal at 8:40 at night next Friday night. And then they have another week-long break until the 23rd and 24th, where we head up north for a 2-game series at Bemidji. Stormhawks playing a couple players short of their full lineup. Hayes Long and Otto Reinhardt both out with an illness. Of course, the Stormhawks need to have one player sit every game. If everybody's available, they need one guy to sit. Also noteworthy among those who are playing tonight, Cameron Miller, his first action back in a few weeks after he was out with an upper body injury sustained in the Orono game on 26, 27, 28, something like that of December. 1 minute left to go on the Kurt interference penalty. And the skipper is yet to get anything going on the power play. Good stick there by Nelson, almost able to go in on a shorthanded rush. Minnetonka into the zone, bothered by Brits. Now a chance at the left circle. They're just going to skate into the corner. Up high. Out of the right side. Back and forth we go. Annis looking to go on a breakaway. Now Brits pushes it ahead. He'll chase. 2-on-1. Well, 2-on-2. Brits up the left side. Shorthanded. In alone. Brits in. Shot right on. That's saved. He's pushed into the wall. And we're going to take both Brits and number 12 for the Skippers as they battled after Brits got the shot off. Really didn't see a whole lot there. It was just kind of hockey physicality, but they're going to take them both probably for roughing. 23 seconds to go on the Kurt interference minor. So 23 seconds of 4 on. Wait a second. We need another guy we need another guy out there. So 23 seconds of 5-on-4 play. Oh, they need to take the penalties off the scoreboard. And then we'll skate 5-on-5. So they shouldn't have penalties on the scoreboard because neither of those players will come out. Here's a face-off one back to Robinson. Robinson across to Tyler. His one time is fanned on. Now O'Connell down low for Olson. As the music continues to play for a moment there. Minnetonka will break out, and last-ditch effort on the power play. Gets it in deep off the side of the net and frozen there by Worthington as Kurt jumps out and replaced by Popa. .13-12 to go in the second. Stormhawks lead 2-0. We're skating 5-on-5. No. D-to-D pass long, shot through some traffic, finds its way on Worthington, and he makes a stop and doesn't allow a rebound. Olson, Tyler, and O'Connell, your forwards out with Popa and Robinson. just noticing, holy cow, what a short bench Minnetonka has. They have 6 players on their bench. That's it. And one of them is in the penalty box. Pass through some traffic, bounces off O'Connell's skate, right to Olsen. Now dumped in by O'Connell. Off the wall to O'Connell, jumping up. His pass or shot is blocked. Long shot by Robinson. Goes high and into the glove of the netminder with 12:36 to go in the second. Hubbard on the faceoff, loses it to the Skippers. Popa pinching, holding the zone in his skates now. And whacking away at it. Popa able to get it in, and he'll chase into the corner. Probably just so he can throw a check. Kicking it to behind the net, throwing another check. Now a loose puck coming out. Robinson had to back off. Here's a chance coming the other way for Minnetonka. Feeds it across. And a back check there is going to negate any opportunity. Now McPhillips leaves for Popa. Popa pushes it up the wall to Robinson. Gets it up the wall, but no farther. And there goes that. Horn sounds for the, 4th time, I believe. And the players stop playing because that's what you do. And I don't know how you can tell the players to keep playing through the horn. Maybe that's what they're telling them right now. It's just to keep playing. I think that's what I'm reading from Chris McPhillips. You hear the horn, keep playing, and if it's meant to go, the play's meant to stop, wait for the whistle. Yep, that's what he's saying. Keep going. Oh, malfunction on the scoreboard. Face off 1-2 McPhillips. McPhillips will skate it up the near side, pushes it ahead, didn't get much on it, and can't chase it down himself. Now Minnetonka with the puck. Stormhawks slow to forecheck. But now they're helping to keep it hemmed in here, forcing the Skippers to make a nice play. Finally they do. Good stick there and good skate there by Perry. Now losing it is McPhillips. Into the zone come the Skippers. Down deep, Perry to chase. And Minnetonka wins that battle. Almost a chance to throw it in front, but it's tipped away by Hubbard. Bounces to McPhillips. He stops and skates right back into the zone. Gives it across to Perry. Perry across to Lund. Lund steps around one check. Will take it up the right side. Loses it for a moment. Loses it again. Now to Hubbard. Hubbard shot. Through some traffic off the side of the net. Right through the legs. Narrowly found a hole through the legs of a defender. Now the Skippers will get it out of the zone. Bounces to Lund. Skippers coming the other direction with a potential opportunity here. Pass across! Worthington comes all the way across and maybe had to make a save there. Now Lund, he's pushed off into the corner, battling for it, gets up the wall. Jacqueline can't get a stick on it. Now off Hubbard's skate, right to a Skipper player. They had a chance there because they had somebody alone in front. Nice job to find Lund on the far side. Comes up to the blue line, but kept in. Long shot. Pad saved by Worthington. Bounces into the corner. Now a pass comes all the way across, up high. Flipped in front, looking for a tip. Look at those change-ups there. Jacqueline gets a stick on it, chips it out. And the Stormhawks are trying to get a partial change. It's a long change in the second period. Kurt jumps out. Minnetonka with a little flip pass across. It bounces off a Kurt stick. Now Jacqueline will chase. Down the right side. Has Kurt in the middle. Passes it across and now to Kurt. His shot comes to Jacqueline at the far side. Jacqueline in front. Off the side of the net. Robinson tips it ahead. Minnetonka jumps on the loose puck. Now defended by Biller. Up to the point. Long shot, stick save, and it bounces to Kurt. He'll skate up with Annis and Severson. He'll fake the dump in and skate in. Shot through some traffic, right on, and no rebound for Severson. Kind of like that. It looked like he was trying to fake the dump in. Instead, he just held on to it. Almost faked out his teammates because they almost went off sides. 9:20 to go. It's 2-0 Stormhawks. 9:20 to go in the second. Face off 1-2 Annis. Trying to stick handle through about 4 sticks. Now getting help from Olsen. He's able to get on it and throw it all the way to the far side, but it slowed up at the Zamboni door. Britz jumping up. Nice aggressive play by Luke Britz. Now behind the net, has it taken off of his stick. And now intercepted by Annis. Able to keep it in. Comes to Nelson. Nelson throws it up the middle of the ice. And Britz, even with that long reach, can't keep it in. Off the glass and in. He's off sides. And the linesman on the far side had to make the call, as the other one was just trying to make sure he doesn't lose any teeth to a puck that got dumped in right near his head. And he tosses Olsen to the bench for mouth guards. And out comes Jackson Hubbard. A 50-50 puck. Over skated, actually, Annis had his stick lifted as he went for the puck. And Minnetonka with it, off the glass, bounces to Minnetonka, who dumps it in. Pass by Nelson, finds its way to Hubbard, but Hubbard not heavy enough on his stick, and allowing Minnetonka to steal it. Now getting past the stick check of Annis into the zone, defended by Biller. Good stick of Biller to break up that opportunity. Slides in safely to the side of Worthington. He'll just freeze it there on the post. With 8:15 to go in the second. Oh boy, the wingers did not help out the center, Jackson Hubbard there. Hubbard tied up the center, and neither wing skated to the puck. They just skated out. Now Annis kicks it into the zone, and he'll chase into the corner. Avoids a check, getting help now from Britz, who's hooked, but no call coming. Now Britz coming out with it, passes his pass to Annis, gets by, and he's not happy that he didn't field that pass. Now Nelson in his own zone. Up the left side. Now to the near side, all the way down. Pass in front! Nobody expected it to come. Britz holds the zone, dumps it in, and will chase. Now Annis at the half wall. Skipper's able to get it out all the way down for an icing. I have to think the Minnetonka is just can't wait for the intermission, as they only have 6 players on their bench. Just trying to survive to the third period, get some fresh ice to make it a little easier to skate on. They've got to be, I mean, I know they're 16, 17, 18 years old, but they got to be gassed. Nice little touch pass there by O'Connell, gives it to Perry. Waited a little long to get in. I think he was offsides, but they weren't going to call it. Now a chance coming the other way. Skipper's down. They're going to keep playing. The horn went off again. And once again, it goes off in kind of a moment when the Skippers had what looked like an opportunity. Now a loose puck picked up by the Skippers, dumped into Perry. He'll flip it behind the net. Finds his way to Lund. Lund to O'Connell. O'Connell tried to kind of feed it behind his back. Now a sharp angle shot stopped by Worthington. Loose puck thrown away by Olsen and out of the zone. 6:30 to play in the second period. It's 2-0 Chaska. Chanhassen dumped in by Minnetonka Blue to Perry. Middle of the ice was there. He's going to take it. Now a long pass way in front of Tyler. That was the right play, but I think Dawson Perry thought that Tyler had a lot more speed than he did, especially at the end of his shift. Certainly the right play there, but not executed quite right. It'll be Kurt with McPhillips and Deming, your forwards. Kicked ahead to Kurt to McPhillips. McPhillips around for Deming, and it doesn't get by. Bouncing puck, come in front, big save, maybe twice there. Now Perry stick handles around defenseman. Perry comes across, his shot right on, rebound in front, still loose. Oh, and then the referee puts his head to the eyes to the ceiling as he blew his whistle just a touch early. A little bit of an anticipated whistle there. It looked like the goalie was going to get his glove on it. .5:52 to go. Kurt wins it to Deming, out to Lund. Lund down to Deming, to Kurt. Backhand shot right on. Rebound behind the net. Now up to Lund. His shot right on pad, save. And bounces high in the slot, allowing the Skippers to skate it out. Now intercepted by Kurt. Flips it ahead once, twice, and then a bouncing puck couldn't get a stick on it. Now Deming able to chop it in. Long outlet pass, allowing Minnetonka to skate up. Bothered from behind by Lund. They get it deep. It'll be Perry. Perry to touch it down in the corner for McPhillips. McPhillips tried to give it around to Perry. That's taken away. Now the Skippers with it. Up the near wall. Now to Kurt. 2-on-1. 3-on-1. Kurt down the right side. He scores. Short side. Off the post and in. And it's 3-0 with 5:01 to go. Kurt gets his team leading 16th of the season, and shoot, I don't know who got the assist. Who gave that ahead to him? And both our statisticians just shrug. So we'll have to see what they put on the box score there, because I didn't even think about it. A kind of a 3-on-1 rush, and Kurt just kept it himself and beat the goalie on the short side to make it 3-0. Severson whacks it out of the zone. It'll be Jacqueline to skate up on it. Jacqueline, his shot is deflected, bounces its way to Hubbard. Hubbard sees it in front, but didn't get much on it. Now Severson fighting through a check. Can't get to the puck. Skippers back on the attack. Rolling puck. Stick save into the corner by Worthington. Severson, his no-look pass right to a Skipper. And a good stick by Worthington. Now, I was just thinking we haven't had a lot of physicality in this game, and all of a sudden there's a handful of check. Now a penalty definitely going to come to Popa. He's going to get a cross-check. That was a no-brainer call for the official. You can blame me on that, because I was just thinking how not very physical this game had been. And then, right on cue, Jack Popa takes the penalty. For a 20 seconds, now has 22 minutes of penalty minutes. Tied for second with Bear Nelson. Otto Reinhardt, who's inactive tonight. He's the leader on the year with 30 penalty minutes. Nelson, as he is wont to do, a aggressive penalty killer. Oh boy, jumping up there, Olsen. He could have thrown a big check if he wanted to. Now Olsen picking up a loose puck. He's going to escape throwing across the zone off a skate. It's going to come to Britt. Britt's off the glass. He'll chase it down, or he tried to chase it down. Almost able to go in. Stormhawks, aggressive killers. Olsen skates it in off sides. With 3:15 to go in the second, it's 3-0. 1:20 to go on the Jack Popa minor. Oh, and thank you to Dan O'Connell at home, who must have been paying attention. He gives me Desi McPhillips with the assist. And apparently our statistician now is saying that's what I was thinking. Well, where were you about 5 minutes ago? Minnetonka will look to break out. A minute left on the power play. Here's their leading scorer, one of their two leading scorers. Just way too easy. Let him all the way in, and his backhand shot goes wide. Maybe Worthington got a piece of it. Puck slides back out and gathered by Worthington. Stormhawks just let number 16 just basically go from the red line all the way to the goal with no resistance there. Face-off won by the Skippers. Bothered by, comes all the way on net. It was bothered by Annis, but he gets his shot through some traffic. Stops by Worthington. Annis almost able to win that face-off forward and get it out, but it stopped at the blue line. This time Britza on the puck, and he'll fire it all the way down with 30 seconds left to go on the Popa penalty. Let's see if we can provide a little more resistance to number 16. This time he passes it. Now Biller defending. That's the sort of resistance we want there. That was nice. Around to the far wall to the hash marks. Fed in front, intercepted by Biller, and he'll get an easy out here. But dumped right back in. Try to give it to Annis. Keep playing. There goes the horn again. We got some angry Skipper parents who don't understand that they're not trying to do that. Skippers on the attack. Late change there, and nothing comes of it. That long change in the second period. Oh, there's a Lund. Minnetonka with control, bothered by Lund, behind Worthington. Kicked away by Perry. Perry flips it ahead. Now pass from Annis, hops the stick of O'Connell. Now Annis intercepting at the blue, he's got to wait. Dumped in by the Skippers. I'm getting distracted by my assistant statistician who's pointing out that the other Chaska Chanhassen J Gold team potentially has a game next. O'Connell looked to go on a 2-on-1 rush, but it's taken off his stick. Now the Skippers. Shot right on and fought away by Worthington. Now shot through traffic, shoulder save, and the rebound bounces right to number 17, and he dumps it in the open net. About as easy as it's going to get. Worthington made that initial save off a deflection. That first save itself was outstanding, but unfortunately the rebound went to the weak side and dumped in the open net, and it's 3-1 with 38 seconds to go in the second. And that's a big goal here for Minnetonka to go into the locker room potentially with a 2-goal deficit as opposed to a 3. Face-off won by Lund to Kurt, to McPhillips, flipped in. Now Kurt will chase. Kurt on it. Waiting. Kind of lost it a little bit. Down low for McPhillips. Now around the wall. Hops off a Kurt stick with 20 seconds to play. 2-on-2. Good stick there to break up the rush. But right back on it. Shot right on. Rebound. Finds its way to Lund. He'll skate it up. Gets around one defender. Didn't realize he still had the puck. Pushes it ahead. He'll skate in on it. Lund in. His shot right on, looking for a rebound to McPhillips. Instead, it's pushed into the corner. Now, that is the real horn that is going to go off. 3-1 Stormhawks after 2 periods. Goals by Tyler, Kurt, and Olsen. And Minnetonka with a goal with 38 seconds to go in the period. Makes it. We'll clean the ice. Yeah, I see that. Doing that thing the whole time, my fingers go up. Something's malfunctioning. You see how angry that guy over there got?
Wait, they're obviously.
It's clear by now that they're not doing it. Well, the first time it looked like that. Every other time it's been like just random. Yeah, I don't know if he meant to go where he did. Like on his shot.
Did he go stick side?
Short, yeah, like short stick side. Like low on the short side. I don't know. Who knows?
You know what? That second goal, he was in the corner digging that thing out at least 3 times.
Yeah.
He really worked hard.
Yeah, and didn't get any credit for it. Yeah, he fed Robinson twice, I think. And then, yeah.
Do you think the guys that are always like to get their hair done? It does not look like they have the same hair.
I thought his best play, Mike. I think his best play, and I don't know if it was intentional or not, on one of the rushes. He was on that far side, and it looked like he was going to dump it in. I think he faked dumping it in, and then just kept it. And I think everybody backed off when he did that. Then he was able to skate it in, keep possession of it. I kind of want to ask him, like, did you really try to fake dump that? Or did you mishandle it or what? But it was like a really nice little play. Nothing came of it, but... Yeah.
Seems like he's really skating well.
Yeah, tonight I would say so. Although that one time when it bounced off his stick, he took it and went. He didn't skate very hard coming back. Like, come on, man. Play both ends. For hockey sweat. What? Go for hockey got swept. play-by-play on this game? Will you do play-by-play on the third? Why not?
Dan. Casey will.
Oh, I know what I wanted to do. See if they gave us second assist. I'd love to hear it. They play Centennial. Centennial's gonna smoke them. They're 7-2.
Who plays Centennial?
Huh?
Wait, who plays Centennial?
The other Chaska team.
I don't think they have anyone from Chaska.
Well,
I think it's Jan and
probably.
Briar Lake.
Yeah. Jan and what?
Briar Lake.
Oh.
Foley.
Oh, yeah.
Zamboni.
Zamboni. Zamboni.
Clean the ice.
Clean the ice.
What game was that even at?
I don't know. Probably. Oh, I think it was at. Let's see. What year would that have been? I'm just thinking. It was a pre-Olympic women's game. So I think it was USA versus Canada at the X. I think we had. I swear we were in a suite. Oh, really? Well, they're all over there.
It's pretty hard to miss. It's like,
Why?
he's like chunky and grumpy always. He looks
The Ukrainian kid or whatever?
Don and Tim are watching at the lake, and Don texts me, and she's like, I didn't even notice there was no sound until you started talking. Like, oh my God.
Idiot. I looked down and I went, oh my God. And I literally I thought I was calling a pretty good game. Like, I was really on it.
Yeah.
And like, I just wasted it because then my mind is gone.
Yeah, totally.
Jeez.
It's totally something I would do.
And I didn't even do the safety meeting. Well, that's not even the
I
excuse.
didn't even have an excuse.
Same thing with like a bike pedal. Like it on like a certain way, but not the way.
Huh.
It's like the way you point it up, my
Huh.
like you take your knee.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's so weird.
Back for the third period with audio. It's 3-1. Chaska Chanhassen leads Minnetonka. Up next, though not on this broadcast, Chaska Chanhassen Gold will be taking on Centennial. Chaska Chanhassen Gold 3-7 overall. Centennial 7-2. And the Stormhawks coming off a win over Monticello yesterday. For these Stormhawks, it'll be O'Connell, Kurt, and Tyler, along with Lund and Perry. So a late goal from Minnetonka has them in this game. Next goal is a big one. Perry across to Lund, gives to Kurt. Kurt, bothered, but able to skate through a stick check pass across to Tyler. Gets to the far side. Tyler chips it ahead and can't skate on it. Then a good hard check thrown by Matthew Tyler. Not known for his physical play, but he showed it there. Now intercepted by Lund skating in and taken right off his stick. Skipper's back on the attack. Down the left side, defended by Perry. Little pass intercepted by Kurt. Then he tried to kick it to his stick. Now Tyler mishandles, able to get it in. And his pass tried to get it through some traffic to Kurt. That's chipped away. Pass across the blue line to Perry. Perry off the wall to Kurt. He can't handle that, and it goes into the skipper zone. Now around to the far side. Minnetonka gets it out, gets past the check of Lund, and push to the Stormhawk zone. Now a long stretch pass off the skate of Nelson. He was going to skate in alone. Nelson hit fans on the shot from the wall. Had Kurt coming to the net. Intercepted now by Annis. Annis touches it head to Nelson. Nelson able to get it in, fight through a check, still with control. And a puck slides by Annis. Now to Lund. To Perry. Oh, another chance for a stretch pass there. They do it, but Perry didn't get enough on that. Had Olsen streaking across the far blue. Olsen intercepts inside his zone. Now a long pass to Nelson. He can't quite control. A lot of kind of almost Olsen offsides. And it's forced ahead by the Skippers. Stormhawks go D to D. Biller will skate up. Fighting through a couple of checks. Bounces its way to Annis. He's going to draw a penalty. And Minnetonka will touch it. And Stormhawks will get their first power play of the game with 12:57 to go in the third period, leading 3-1. Tripping call against number 6 for Minnetonka. And it'll be Nelson, Olsen, and Annis, along with Britz and Biller. Minnetonka with the win and throws it all the way down. Stopping it is Worthington. He'll give it to Britz. Britz up the ice, across the red. Leaves it for Nelson. Nelson's going to regroup. It's around one check, into the zone with Britz. Cross to Britz. Shot right on. Rebound to Nelson. He scores! Power play goal for the Stormhawks. Nelson getting his 6th of the year. And in a second straight game. And his brother, former teammate, celebrates in the stands. Nelson gets the assist from Britz. Britz' 9th assist of the year. Power play goal, it's 4-1. Stormhawks with the lead with 12:31 to go. That was a big goal. Don't want to give this Skipper team any life. Dumped in by Hubbard. Especially with that short bench. Now the Skipper's on the attack. This is their top player. It's going to get around Biller. Good stick by Biller to break up that rush. He got around it, but he didn't get around the long stick of Biller. And number 16 is a good player. He's got a lot of speed. Well, that should be a penalty on number 9. Nothing called there. Oh, they missed that one big. McPhillips down to Biller. Biller around to Britz. He should be able to get out now. Britz up the near side. He's just going to skate it himself. Cuts to the middle. Ahead to McPhillips. Thrown off the side of the net. And nobody able to get a shot off the glass. Stopped for a moment by Deming. Gets it up the wall. Kicked down by Hubbard. They dig away in front of the bench. Deming comes out with it, up to the point. Long shot by Robinson, looking for a tip in front by McPhillips, but a glove save. Stormhawks will get 3 new forwards out. It's Kurt, Severson, and Jacqueline. 11:20 to go. Kurt wins it forward to Severson. His shot right on, and then it bounces back on net. I think Evan Severson could have done more than just a big hard shot there. He had a lot of time. Kurt won that faceoff forward. When he does that, he wants his left winger to go to the net, to go to the weak side. There's a faceoff one, and it goes off a stick and into the netting. He wants his left wing to go to the back door, as Kurt wants to try to win it forward and try to get a puck to the back door. This time he wins it back to Robinson. Robinson's got to hurry, and he does. Gets it down to Jacqueline. Now Severson to Kurt, and he couldn't try to one-time that, but can't get much on it. And it's shipped into the netting, and we'll have a face-off back, still in Skipper territory. See if Kurt can go 3 for 3 here on face-offs. He does. Back to Popa. Popa, his shot, blocker save. Turnaround pass, trying to find Jacqueline in front. Push to the neutral zone, out to safety. Now Robinson. Nobody supporting the puck all that well there. Robinson able to get it in, but the Stormhawks are offsides. Now they clear and go back in on the forecheck. Long outlet pass. Gets by the skipper forward to Popa. Popa can't get it out. Skipper's with control. Stopped by Kurt. Now to Robinson. Robinson could have probably pushed it around the far side. Instead, it bounces to Severson. 3-on-3. Off a Kurt stick. It's Jacqueline looking for control. It's hoisted out. Now to Popa. Popa's pass going to find its way to Kurt. Kurt stops at the blue line. He sent Severson off sides. Now Kurt will reverse and go to the far side. Down the right side. Pass in front behind Severson. Not sure if he's looking for Severson or Robinson. Robinson able to pitchfork it in. It bounces out to Popa, who dumps it right back, and all 5 will go for a change. Nope, 4 of the 5. O'Connell had already come out for the change. Dumped in by the Skippers. Going to say all the way around, but it hit that Zamboni door. Worthington kind of shakes his head as he's looking for the puck on the far side. Tyler threw a couple of checks, get around 3 into the zone, try to do it again. He comes in. That's a penalty, not called. Holy cow. Big hook there. And nothing called. Referee putting his whistle away here in the 3rd period. Now Olsen drops for Lund. Lund back to Olsen. Down to Tyler, back to Olsen. Olsen up to Lund. Long shot. Loose puck in the crease. O'Connell jumping in, but the goalie on it first. Nice puck movement there by the Stormhawks. And Perry, a nice shot low, looking for a tip or a rebound. Goalie stopped it with his pad and was just sitting there, but he's able to find it and get a whistle with 9:09 to go. Olsen wins it back to Lund. Lund, lots of space. Glove save on the shot there by Lund. Stormhawks have to be 60, 70, 80% on faceoffs won in this game. Center's doing an excellent job. This time we'll say they won it again. Oh boy, there's dangerous there, but Lund able to make a difference so the Skippers can't go down on a rush. Now here they come. There's a kind of a chopped at shot there, goes over the net. Tyler feeds it to Olsen. Down the left side, slowly, and he'll push it down behind. Throws it off the back of the net, and the Skipper's able to jump on the puck and skate out. Here's their top player. Down the right side, defended by Lund, slows up the rush. Now getting help from O'Connell, gets away from the check of O'Connell. Nice pass. They shoot, they score. Nice play there. Number 16 and 9, their 2 leading scorers. 2-man game there. Stormhawks losing number 9 in the zone as they went to defend number 16, and he makes a nice pass to the top of the circle, real quick release, and he beats Worthington, and it's 4-2. And now that 4th goal by Chaska Chanhassen is, look how big that is. Still with a 2-goal lead. Biller up to Nelson. Nelson to Annis. He fans on the attempt. Hubbard off a skate. Now back to Annis. Shot by Annis goes over the net. Comes out to Biller. Biller down low to Nelson. Tried to one-touch a pass in front to Hubbard. Instead of bounce to the far corner for Hubbard to skate down. Touches it down for Nelson. Nelson tried to give it to Annis. That's tipped away. Now a loose puck, or I think it was a pass by Nelson. Split the defenseman. Biller will chase down. Biller thought Britz was going to go on the corner. Now Britz will skate onto the puck. His pass too far for Annis and kept in by the Skippers. Now Biller. Oh, Biller touched it ahead. Nelson able to bail him out there. Nelson off the wall and out. Skippers back on the attack. Kicked away by Biller into the corner. Biller around the wall to Nelson. Nelson handcuffed himself but found control. His pass off a Skipper stick and over the Stormhawk bench, and the Stormhawks will get a wholesale change and face off in their zone. There's 7:10 to go in the third. The Kurt, Deming, and McPhillips with Popa and Robinson. Kurt wins that face-off, but Skippers with control. Instead it comes to Robinson. His pass gets by McPhillips. Now McPhillips with it. Had Kurt streaking down the middle. Instead McPhillips threw it off the wall. Skippers back on the attack. Pass across to the far side. Shot pad save. Rebound. Kicked away by Worthington. Another shot. Knocked down at the side of the net by Kurt. Up to McPhillips. McPhillips will skate it up and out. Pass across to Deming. He tips it ahead and chases. Great chances there. Here's number 16. You want to slow him up. You don't want him to be able to go coast to coast. His pass. Now Popa's got to hurry. Popa will chop it to Kurt off the glass. Gets it out. Now Robinson off the wall. Bouncing puck. Deming can't move it forward. Skippers will regroup at their own blue line. And we're going to go back and forth the blue line. Robinson across to McPhillips. McPhillips pressured. He escapes the pressure. Gives it to Kurt. Kurt touches it to McPhillips. McPhillips in. His shot blocked. Now thrown in front, or attempt to throw it in front, is McPhillips. That's off a skate. Tipped up but not out. Robinson flips it down deep for Kurt. He's all alone. He's going to throw it in front. Can't get a stick on it. Now up high to Popa. Popa's long shot. High and into the glove. If Kurt got a stick on it, was going to go for high sticking. 5:39 to go. Can feel it getting a little more tense here. Minnetonka scores the next one. It could be make for some real tense moments in the late going. Not sure if we'll have an ice time issue. This face-off one to Perry. Perry through some traffic, tipped right on. Rebounded, loose, and they score. Who gets that? I think that was that Olsen on the goal? It is. Dylan Olsen gets his second of the night. And it's 5-2. I think Dawson Perry should get one of the assists as he had the shot through some traffic. And I don't know beyond that. That'll be it's tough to see who may have tipped that in front. So 5-2 with 5.5 to go. That was another big goal. Regain that 3-goal lead. So Dylan Olsen with his second of the game, 11th of the season. Long shot, tipped right on. That was Olsen looking for the hat trick. It's possible Severson or Jacqueline got a piece of the puck after it was shot. Just hard to tell. Pass by Severson right to the top player for... Oh, there's a good hook there by Lund. No, not the top player. That's actually a real good penalty there by Josh Lund. Evan Severson looking to make a nice play, maybe make a nice saucer pass to the point. Instead, he puts it right on the stick of a forward. He skates down on a partial break. And then Lund says, you know what? We're not going to let you even have a scoring chance. I'm just going to hook you and take the penalty. So second power play of the game coming for the Skippers. Face-off won by O'Connell. Brits throws it all the way down on net. Here's Minnetonka's leading scorer up the left side. Shot save, rebound. Swept away by Brits. Now down low and thrown all the way down by Biller. Can't let number 16 just go coast to coast. Now a loose puck coming to Tyler. Tyler escapes a stick check. Throws it by the referee, who wasn't all that pleased that the puck came right at him. Good pressure there by Tyler. He's got to slow up that rush. Shot off the side of the net comes to Brits. Now a shot goes wide all the way to the far side. Held in. Oh, penalty coming against O'Connell. Just bad luck. He just got his stick into the skates of the Skipper player, and he's going to go for tripping. Can't really blame him too much on that. That was just bad luck. Kind of fanned on the attempt to get his stick on the puck and instead got it in the skates. So it'll be a 5-on-3 power play for 54 seconds. Skippers win this draw. It's Nelson with Brits and Biller. Let's see if the Skippers or the Stormhawks can be... They did a lot of this up in Siren. There's a long shot into the glove. Stormhawks did a lot of 5-on-3 killing in Siren, Wisconsin. Those were because of a bunch of stupid penalties. The last two penalties, actually, I would call, well, one smart, one just unlucky. This face-off one to Brits, and that's unlucky there. Brits able to get it off the glass, but it rockets into the rafters. And Stormhawks were really aggressive through most of their 5-on-3 killing. And they pulled the goalie, so it's 6-on-3. Pushed up to the blue line, so 6-on-3. Stormhawks really can't be aggressive here. Have to stay in that triangle. Shot save, bounce to the far side, and just goes wide. Now into the corner. A little punch thrown down deep, but no call coming against Minnetonka. Long shot, blocker save. Rebound up high. Now a chance in front. Big save by Worthington, and he flashes the leather. Six-on-3 power play with the empty net. Annis to take the draw. He wins it. Thrown up but not out. Annis battling. He gets it out. Now he's going to chase and see if he can get an empty net goal. Annis through some defensemen. He's cut off. Then he's taken down. No call coming. Ooh, Stormhawks really aggressive here. Hubbard chasing up, and now it's 6-on-4. Pass across. Finds its way to the top of the slot. Long shot. Bad save. Thrown all the way down. No icing, as it's still a power play for the Skippers for another 43 seconds. Good job of Hubbard to slow up the rush. Skippers in, shot save. 29 seconds left to go on the O'Connell tripping minor. 2:20 left in the game. And our problem with the horn has stopped. We haven't heard the horn in this period yet. Knock on wood. So goal, empty net remains at the other end. Stormhawks win it. Oh, and the referee takes one right off the knee. As I think that was Robinson that tried to throw it all the way down. Takes it right off the leg and just goes down in a heap. Looked like he all right, but They're going to allow that referee to take his position at the blue line. Let the other linesman take this face-off. This face-off won by Minnetonka. Around the wall. Now up to the point. Oh, he could have pressured there. Down deep. In the corner, thrown in front, comes across to the far side, bouncing around near the crease, and thrown all the way down, and a penalty coming against the Stormhawks, I think kind of behind the play. And they're going to take Minnetonka as well. Oh, I'm not sure why they whistled. What happened? We got a slashing call. Not sure what that was. We had a slashing call against Minnetonka, but they blew it when the Stormhawks had the puck. Whatever. We'll take the penalty with 1:49 to go with a 5-2 lead. Goaltender back in the net, so it's 5-4 Stormhawks. 5-on-4 Stormhawks. This face-off won by the Skippers. Now around. Puck goes high in the air, glove down. Up the wall, kept in by Popa for a moment, and skated out. Kurt stops it with his skate, and will skate in with McPhillips. Long shot off a skate, goes behind the net. Out. McPhillips leaves for Kurt, and the shot goes wide. They're just in too close of an area there. The Skippers will break out. Good stick was Popa to break it, slow it up. Now to Biller. Biller up to McPhillips. McPhillips to Kurt. Dangerous there, but Kurt gets around the check. Kurt fans on the attempt to put it behind him and loses it, allowing Minnetonka to skate up. There's almost a penalty coming against Popa, but he kind of whiffed on the check. Now Biller into the zone. Biller has players in front, and then he throws it to the point, but nobody there. Under a minute to play, under 46 seconds to play. Up the wall to Biller. 3-on-3 with Kurt and Deming. Biller, his shot going wide on the near side, goes to the far side. Intercepted now by Jacqueline. Jacqueline stops at the top of the circle, lost the puck. And the pace of the game is really weird right now as we're in the waning moments. There's a shot going wide. Out to Lund with 15 seconds to play. Lund, under 10, into the zone. Shot high. Now to Olsen. He's pushed off. In the corner, and that does it. Horn doesn't sound this time. And the Stormhawks 5-2 winners over Minnetonka. They move to 12-3-0 on the year, 8-1-0 in league play. And they should get their fair play point in this game. So 2 goals by Dylan Olsen, 1 each by Kieran Kurt, Matthew Tyler, and Bear Nelson. And Max Worthington with we'll give it a 24 save effort. Stormhawks 5, Skippers 2. We're next in action next Friday at Woodbury Royal at 8:40 p.m. in Woodbury. We'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.